Before I wrap up, I just want to mention a couple of other things. First, the Merlin Bird app. For phone apps, the Merlin Bird app might be one of the best things a beginning birder or a birder traveling to an area where they don't know the birds can use. Cornell University, again, puts out a free phone app for both iPhone and Android phones that allows you to go through a simple process to give you a few limited choices of potential birds you might be seeing. You simply enter where you're at, the color, size, appearance, habitat, behavior, a few things you would notice about any bird you're looking at, and the app will automatically give you sometimes one or two, sometimes a half a dozen choices of birds you might be seeing, and very, very often, I'm not sure what percent, but I think over 90% of the time, the bird you're looking at will be right there and you can pick it out. I've found this to be extremely helpful when I'm traveling. If I'm traveling and don't have a bird guide and I get a pretty good look at a bird, but I really don't know what the heck I'm seeing. When you travel, you can sometimes see birds that are in whole families of birds you've never seen before, are not familiar with at all, and even if you've studied ahead, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of species you've tried to memorize but never seen. And so it's really a challenge. And this Merlin Bird app is just extremely accurate and helpful. So I recommend to any beginner, just download the free Merlin Bird app, just the name of the falcon, Merlin. If you put in your search in your app store Merlin, it will come right to it. Download that app and it will really be helpful. It's just totally uber cool. Can't even get over how cool it is. While I'm talking about smartphone apps, it would be remiss in any discussion of birding resources not to talk about field guides that are apps on your phone these days. Most of us, when we go to the field birding these days, don't carry a paper field guide with us. We have a smartphone app that replaces the field guide. It's really nice because when you go birding, there's a lot of stuff to lug around. You've got your binoculars, you've got water, you've got maybe a spotting scope on a tripod, you've maybe got a camera, maybe some food to lug along, or whatever you've got with you. And carrying a big book along with you is just a hassle. And these days, the phone apps are so good that you really don't need a print field guide along with you in the field. In North America, we have a number of excellent choices of apps. I use two. I use the Sibley Guide as my primary resource. It's just a terrific app. Sibley, in his brilliance of artistry, has just developed a terrific phone app for field identification of North American birds that is really as good as any other, if not the best. It's not terribly expensive. I think it's about $20 to buy online, and you download it from wherever you get your apps from, and it's on your smartphone, and it's just fabulous. It has almost all of the information that's in the written field guide, and it's at your fingertips. You can compare two species on it. Just lots of ways to use it, and I find it just indispensable. It has a terrific added feature that has the actual recorded bird songs on it. The bird book gives you a written description of the song. The phone app gives you the actual recordings of most of the songs and common calls of almost all the species in the field guide. And it's just a terrific resource. I strongly recommend it. The other phone app that I use is iBird Pro. It came out before Sibley. It's still a terrific resource, and it has some features that are a nice adjunct. It has a few species that aren't in the Sibley app, especially recordings. It tends to have a few more recordings in it than the Sibley app does. So if you hear a song and it doesn't really match any of the ones in the Sibley app, try the iBird Pro app. It's pretty darn good. So between the two of them, I feel like I have all the bird identification tips that I need in my pocket. And since I'm carrying my phone to eBird with anyway, it's nothing extra to carry. I just got to worry about your battery life. Just joking. Anyway, that's a really cool resource. So phone apps are where it's at in terms of a carry to the field guide these days.